So here we have a used 2013 Nissan Juke. This one comes in the SL trim level with all-wheel drive. Brilliant silver is the paint. And then we have the charcoal leather interior. For the powertrain, we get a 1.6 liter four-cylinder, and that's made it to a continuously variable transmission. Almost 90,000 miles on this one, so we're gonna see how it's held up. But to the front end here, halogen headlamps, halogen fog lights, and just a very interesting and distinctive design for the Juke ever since it came out. But it kind of grows on you over time. But when they first came out, I thought they were hideous. And down here to the wheels, these are gonna be 17-inch alloy. Really like that design on this SL. We get passive keyless entry on the front doors. And we get one-touch automatic up and down for the driver's side window. Just regular power window for the other three doors. Power door lock controls. Rear window lock is there. Like the trim here. I like that kind of mesh red and black. And then we get the premium Rockford Fosgate sound system. Power mirror controls are there, and we can toggle our all-wheel drive mode there. Gas cap release, hood release. Then we get a manual tilt steering wheel. And there's our driver's seat, which is going to be manual. And just a few places where the trim is coming off there, but it's held up pretty nicely, I think, especially for the year. Now I have that seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs in my driving position. Before we check out that rear legroom, big shout out to Daryl Waltrip Honda for allowing me to review this Juke today. I'll leave a link below in the description to this particular car. And if you're just trying to find one closer to your area, definitely make sure you click the link below. It takes a minute or two to fill out your information, and we can get you the best deal possible on one of these Jukes here. But I'm gonna try and fit back here best that I can. I don't plan on it being a fantastic fit. So yeah, that's my legroom there. Not too much going on. And these really aren't meant for full size, I shouldn't say full size, but bigger adults like myself to sit back here. But at least you know. We can hang a shirt if we want to on this hook here, so I'm glad we have that. And the opening's pretty small too. But these are meant to be fuel efficient and to be just kind of fun. Basically like a four-door coupe, if you will. Let's go ahead and open the trunk here. And not too much space. Again, these are smaller cars, so I'm not really tripping on that. We have our subwoofer back here, lift up here. The spare tire is perfectly fitted right underneath this mat. And then our tethers for the car seats are behind the seat there. And I'll show you how we fold these down in a minute. Exhaust. And then fuel cap right there. And then if you want to fold the seat flat, there you go. Pretty easy to do. And then you just pull back up. You can lock it back into place. Just make sure that seat belt's out the way. And there you have it. Now, we get the seat back pocket on that side. And then the front passenger seat, that's going to be manual right there. And then glove compartments there. And it goes pretty far back, which is neat. And then I like the trim here. I'll get to that in a minute. Now as we come back around to the front end. And there's the 1.6 liter turbocharged four-cylinder. But let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. Gonna tilt this up. So we get a leather wrap steering wheel here. There's a horn sound there. And over to the radio, here we have the navigation screen up. We get AM, FM, XM, CD drive, aux input. Volume knob is here. Tune knob is there. SD card reader for the navigation. And then we have our shortcuts we can go through, or not our shortcuts, but our presets we can go through here. We also get a CD drive, backup cameras there. Down here we get our single zone automatic climate control, so we can adjust that. Turn the whole system off there. Fan directions are here, defrosters, and then fan speed can be toggled here. And I really like the graphics here in the middle. So I can turn the climate there, or we can see the drive modes there. USB-A and aux input are down here, 12 volts right here. I like that we have a little area to place an iPod, really. Full-size phone won't necessarily fit there, I don't think. Now for the shifter, just grab this lever, reverse neutral drive, come over here to manually shift there. You're gonna get basically revs because it's a CVT. You're not actually shifting a transmission, but handbrake, bottle holder, 2 of them. And then we have a center console cubby space there. Lift this up, and we have the controls for the 2-stage heated seats. Here's look at the back from up here. And then move the sunshade, and we can either tilt or slide the roof back. And you can one-touch slide it, which is nice. And then you can do the same thing to close it. Lights are there. Drop-down vanity mirror. Now to the steering wheel, stalk behind, blinkers, low beams. We do have automatic headlamps, and then our high beams are there. We could turn them on that way. And we have our intermittent wipers, 1 time off, intermittent low, high. We can adjust the intermittent frequency here. And then we have our rear wiper there, intermittent on, off. And then push back for the rear wiper fluid, pull up for the front wiper fluid. To the left side of the steering wheel, this goes to your radio station presets or track list, depending on what setting you're in, or what source you're in, excuse me. And we can go through those audio sources here. And volume can be adjusted there, voice recognition, Bluetooth. And then we have standard cruise, so we can turn that on or off, set the speed, cancel there. In the middle of the gauge cluster here, we can go through our view there, and that's all that you have to look at. And then over here, we can adjust that brightness by clicking that for that gauge cluster. Push button start, which is nice. Finally, here's the key fob. And next, let's go ahead and take this 2013 Nissan Juke all-wheel drive out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Juke, the CVT is very interesting in the fact that you don't have an actual shift point with it being continuously variable. So you actually get pretty good pull from this 1.6 turbo 4. Very impressive. And I like that you're able to kind of change whether you want to use the all-wheel drive, the 2-wheel drive. And you can also see in this setting here just how much power each axle's getting. Now another cool feature that I really like about this car is you can change between your climate and your drive mode features. So you literally, all of these buttons change function depending on what you're pushing. So if I push climate here, all my AC controls come up, and if I put D mode here, I can change between my drive modes as well as see the info and the setup for the system. So a very neat function there. And you also have different views. So whenever I hit Eco, this comes up. If I hit Sport, this comes up. If I hit Normal, this comes up. So we're gonna leave it in Sport mode. I'm gonna give it a pull coming out of this corner here. And there's my tag. So surprisingly quick. I mean, it's a 1.6 turbo 4, so it sounds just like the Versa naturally aspirated 1.6. So it's a little strained, but I mean, it's very quick for what it is, in my opinion. And just having the all-wheel drive capability on top of that with this one in particular is nice, because if you want to go through some light off-roading or whatever, it'll help having that all-wheel drive system. I'm gonna put it in the Eco now. But all in all, I mean, it drives pretty normally. It drives like a small Nissan, and a lot of people love Nissans for their small cars. A lot of people that have Versas have had several Versas. A lot of people that have Jukes have had several Jukes. Same thing with the Kicks, just because they're cheap cars, and then when you're done with them, you trade them in, get you a new one, as opposed to getting a new car these days from pretty much anybody else. You're gonna pay double what you'd pay for one of these back when they were new. Now in Eco mode here, it does struggle to come off the line, but that's why you have two other drive modes. This is meant to keep your fuel economy at its best. So even as I slowly put my foot closer to the floor, it still wasn't letting me burn as much gas as if I would have been in normal or sport mode. And I actually like how the Eco mode works on this Juke particularly. Most Eco modes, I should say most Nissans that have the Eco mode, I feel like it's almost like having an airy brake pedal or something like that, just where you have to press it down to get it to do what you need to do. But that just made a lot of sense how the gas pedal felt as I moved it to the floor. I'm gonna try normal mode out now. And the normal mode is just that. Feels very normal, very linear. But we're gonna put it in a sport mode now, getting on the interstate. I'm gonna see how it gets up. Gonna slow down here, put our foot down right here. So not bad, a lot of quote unquote shifting happening with the CVT, but not bad pickup at all. Now cruising here, wind noise is just a tad prevalent, but nothing crazy. And road noise is very, very well maintained. So I think for what you get with this car, not a bad deal, especially getting it used. And I like everything that's here, from the climate controls, the navigation screen. I like this SL trim, particularly how it's spec'd out. Like having the leather, like the red accents. And I just think this is a pretty good car if you're looking for something cheap and you don't want to necessarily go new. But one more thank you to Darrell Waltrip Honda for allowing me to borrow this car to review today. I'll leave a link below in the description. And then if you're looking to buy one of these closer to your area, make sure you check out the link below, fill out your information. It takes about a minute or two, and we'll make sure we get the local dealers fighting to give you the best price on one of these Jukes. So with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2013 Nissan Juke SL.